What's good, y'all? It is your humble Ronin here with another Ronin recap to Monday Night Raw. But while we're getting this set up, okay, that's good. We're good there. Hmm. Should I not? Let's do it. So tonight was actually pretty good. I have to admit, I was very satisfied with tonight. This is funny. I was quite satisfied. It was really good. No, we're not tweeting at them right now. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, we're not going to do that yet. We're going to go all the way down here. All the way to the bottom. Here we go. I can't spell. Alright, there we go. Zippity doo dah day. My oh my. Perfect. Alright. Let's get into this. So, tonight was good. Had some fun twists, some surprises, and some really, really good matches. So, we started off with CM Punk, who I was enjoying what he had to say. I love that there's, it's clearly obvious that CM Punk and Seth Rollins probably don't really like each other personally. I will say there's probably some truth to that as well. And I really enjoy when CM Punk does his promos because there's a level of honesty to them in a manner that I think the crowd can relate to. I really enjoy it. And I really enjoyed before WrestleMania when Seth Rollins kind of pulled a CM Punk promo. I thought it was really interesting. I like what's going on here. And I really enjoyed when CM Punk called Paul Heyman a fat snake. that was real good. Very funny. Very funny. And if you're new to the channel here, this is a very laid back review of wrestling recaps for Monday Night Raw and NXT and SmackDown. So nothing too crazy, just a casual fan who just likes doing a casual review. So thank you for stopping on by and make sure you hit that like button. And as we continue with CM Punk's promo talk, I really enjoyed when he called Seth Rollins a Temu product. The way he dresses. Oh my god, bro. I like the way Seth Rollins dresses. Like I said, he always dresses like a 1970s New York level comic book villain. Love it. Love the fashion. He had some sunglasses that had eyes on them, and I was like, bro, I need to get those. I mean, they probably cost like 20 grand. So, I'll add that to the wish list. And then, Seth Rollins and with his lovely outfit in all snake leather. Maybe was that snake? Maybe it was snake or crocodile. I'm not sure what it was. It was some animal, but he must have been sweating his balls in that. Good lord, with all those lights on. And you had Braun Breaker there, just ready to go rabid. Man, I love that Braun Breaker's on the team. I don't know who's going to be the third person. Um, that'll be interesting to see who they'll add to the third group. I'm not sure, but maybe I know some people think it'd be cool if it was like Randy Orton. I don't think that's going to be Randy Orton. Um, I don't know who, but it'll be interesting to see if they add a third to the group. I did like how when Braun went in for the kill on CM, you had Sami Zayn come in there for the save, and then Jey Uso. So a lovely little interesting story that's going on there. And they said that what was it? Was it Saturday night main event? I think they said it's gonna be Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins versus CM and Sami Z. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Um, we did get to Chad and Penta, which was going to be a great match. Listen, I know everyone likes Penta. Um, I just I'm not vibing with him yet, man. I'm not vibing with him. I don't know what it is. I think it'd be better if he's with his brother. I don't know. I just don't know. And I think part of it is because I don't know, like, they haven't, like, since Rey Mysterio is, in recovery right now. Like, the whole luchador war that I've coined is kind of gone into disarray at the moment, because you have like the luchador war that's going on Raw, but then you have one now that's brewing in SmackDown. So I'm not even sure how it's gonna play out. It's a little all over the place. So I'm not even gonna get too much into it. But it was a great match. I really would have preferred if Chad would have won. I think right now, like, Penta has not won. Like, Penta has lost matches, but each match that he's lost has been because someone cheated on him. So it hasn't been a straightforward match. And I think that, to me personally, I'm starting to notice that, and I that gimmick that he's like, you can't beat him unless you cheat. And I think they need to wrap that up, because eventually the fans are going to catch on. I've already caught on to it, like, really early on, when he just was like winning matches left and right. Once he got there, I was like, okay, the first two, I'm like, all right, cool. But 3, 4, 5, I'm like, all right. And WrestleMania, okay, let's pump the brakes a little bit here with him. I get it. He's a star. The fans love him. He's a star. I get that. But even the stars need to be dimmed a little bit every once in a while. So that's kind of how I felt about that. What do we got next? Oh yeah, that the match was good. Penta won, as expected. Yay, Penta. I'll be right back. I gotta get something to drink. Alrighty. So yeah, Penta won again. And like I said, I'm kind of getting tired of this gimmick that he's unstoppable. We need to kind of wrap that up a little bit. We then had the Judgment Day, which was fun. Raquel looking cute. We had Dominic learning time zones. Oh god, for such a dumb motherfucker, I don't know how the hell he is the Intercontinental Champion. Jesus. But I did like the match with American Made, and I knew the New Day was gonna cheat and help American Made win. I mean, they did they did cheat at WrestleMania to get the titles. All right, I'll be honest, they did. Yeah, they did. But I love the New Day. I love their gimmick. I love it. I think it was a smart play for them to have America Made win because they are a more of an even matched um, team. But it all went downhill because now it's a 3-way tag match for the Intercontinental title, for the tag team Intercontinental titles. So we'll see how that's going to play out. I think I may have gotten that wrong, so correct me down in the chat. We're going to see how that one plays out. Sammy Z's talking about he's got ambition, he's got plans. Bro, I don't know how long you've been at the company, but I ain't seen I have not heard of or seen any of this ambition you claim to have. But good on you. Good luck to you. Our little Irish goblin. I don't even know if he's Irish, but he looks like a little goblin. Anyways, we have Michael Cole, who's always running his mouth, which was great. With the New Day hyping up American Made, and and as expected, American Made won. Because I knew it was gonna win. I knew they were gonna win. I knew it wasn't gonna be the War Raiders, but I was not expecting Pierce to turn it into a 3-way match. So that's gonna be really, really interesting. They should put them in a cage. Put all 3 of them in a cage, please. That'd be great. And then we had Seth Rollins galvanizing the crew, giving his marching orders to Braun Breaker, who I knew was coming for Jey Uso. He was like, yo, take Jey Uso out. Break that man. And then we had the War of Words with Gunther versus Jey. And then we had Gunther going, you're not a natural champion. He's like, you're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. Trust me. Oh, bro, I'm gonna have to agree with Gunther. I get why people love Jey Uso. He has such character and charisma and energy. I get it. I get it, but he just ain't champion material yet. I don't know what it is, man. Maybe it's the mullet. I don't know. Maybe, you know what? Maybe if you got a haircut. Maybe if you got a haircut. Maybe it's the mullet. I don't know what it is, but mullets I just associate mullets with just, I don't know, idiocracy. And it's every now and then it seems like Uso will be spitting that idiocracy. Yeet. Anyways, let's continue. Gunther said he was coming for blood and for the belt, and I'm all for it. All right. I loved how he was like, I'm gonna shut you and that crowd up. Yo, when Uso won the heavyweight belt, uh Drew McIntyre immediately posted this meme, and it was like one of the Simpsons guys with like falling asleep, and it was like he's been yeeting for 8 hours, and it's like, bro, we need to wrap up the yeeting and the Uso, and I'm looking forward to it. I really feel like the next match between them, Gunther is going to, I don't know. I just don't want Gunther to end up to being no bitch again. That's just me. Because Jey Uso is delusional. And there are some levels of delusional I respect. but I don't respect his. I am not respecting his level of delusional behavior. But I do find him entertaining nonetheless. But we need to wrap it up with this whole Yeet thing. And as expected, Braun Breaker took out Jey Uso for the time being. I figured that would probably be the case because it was probably going to be Jey Uso versus it was going to be what Jey Uso with Sami Z and Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins, which is going to be very interesting. But we still have Logan Paul versus Jey Uso, and after here's what I'm kind of pissed about. I'm going to be 100% honest with you, right? So first they had AJ Styles feuding with Logan Paul, right? And for some odd reason they wanted Logan Paul to win. So he won a bunch of matches against AJ Styles. And then you have Karrion Kross, who was able to eloquently weave himself into that story and was essentially, he could have taken over that feud where you could have had Karrion Kross versus Logan Paul, and it would have been a great feud. We really liked that one match with him and AJ Styles. He was great in the Rumble. He's just all around impressive. So I really am annoyed that they didn't stick with that because I know why they have Logan Paul. I get it. I love to hate him. I think he's perfect for wrestling. I know people despise him, but in my eyes, he is the perfect catalyst, I think, to bring out some of the wrestling back into some of these professionals out there, because I think they've gone a little too complacent, and I think having to deal with a YouTuber like Logan Paul would definitely add to some real level of drive, and I think Karrion Kross would have been perfect for that. But they ain't gonna hire me to be the writing, to do the writing for them, even though I'd kill it. I'm telling you, killing it. All right, so we had the Finn versus AJ, which was, I thought it was gonna be good, but then it turned out to be great. And then we had Penta with the surprise attack. And this is what I was talking about with the whole luchador situation. Like, Penta, he's literally beefing with everybody at Raw. And, like, nobody can beat him. And to me personally, that's just a little annoying. We need to knock him down a little bit. But that's just me personally. We then had our American Made with their American promo. I love American Made. I don't know. I don't understand how they can be American, love America, but boo American Made. It doesn't make any sense. And then you had Becky Lynch, who, she's crazy. I'm convinced she's crazy. I don't know who's more crazier, her or Seth Rollins, but it makes sense why they're together, because they probably equal out the psychopathic. I don't fucking know. Sorry, man. I've been puffing the Chiba. They're both psychopathic. Okay, they balance each other out. That's all I'm trying to say. But let's continue. All right, because listen, I've been keeping up with a little bit of what's going on with her. The fans have been talking crazy about Becky Lynch on the internet. And she's like, okay, you want me to be the monster? I'm going to be the monster. So I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of monster she unleashes upon the women's locker room. It's going to be interesting. And then we have Rusev, the Bulgarian brute, who was denied Mother Russia. And he had one thing he said that I was like, damn. He called out the wrestlers for being complacent, as I said, lazy, and taken hostage by the crowd. And he goes, You let the sheep control the wolves. And bro, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. You never know. Seth Rollins might have him join up on the crew. You never know, but I'm all for it. I'm all for it. You know, he's gonna bring out the best out of Otis, and I don't remember his teammate's name. Little Japan. I'm just gonna call him that right now. You can say it's offensive, but to me, it's fucking hilarious. But anyways, let's continue. Let's get to the main event. Io, Rhea versus Gulia and Perez. I know it's Julia, but she fights like a ghoul, so I'm calling her Gulia. Anyways, I mean the way it's spelled. Let's be real here. I know she's Japanese, but come on now. Spelling is important. And I looked at it and I'm like, this looks like Gulia. I'm calling her Gulia. Everyone's calling her Julia. All right. I didn't know we were doing the G that's a silent J apparently. But anyways, let's continue. The match was great. It was intense. It was wonderful. Roxanne and Gulia, they're clearly on the main roster. They're here to stay on Raw. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of chaos they're going to cause. And as expected, Io Sky and Rhea Ripley won. Because as tough as, and let me tell you, bro, Gulia is tough. Like, if you didn't see that match between her and Jordan Grace last week on NXT, you're missing out. Because this girl, Gulia, she, as small as she is, I'm pretty sure you could drop a couple anvils on her and she'd roll out like nothing happened. I don't know what she's made out of. She's built like a tank. She can take all sorts of hits like it's nothing. That's why you're like looking at Gulia and you're like, why does this girl keep on getting up? Bro, she's just indestructible. You know, Roxanne, you know, she's tough, but she's still a cookie. And you can break off a piece of that cookie. Gulia, you can't. I'm sorry. I'm calling her Gulia. She's a ghoul. Ghouls are a fucking pain in the ass to deal with. But the match was great. It was a great, great match. I really enjoyed it. Now, let's get into the fun part. Let's check out the highlights. All right, let's do it. Now, we can't listen to anything, but with my new technology. Okay, we're good. All right. So we had our boy CM Punk come out, say his lovely, sweet words. Lovely, lovely words. And it was interesting how he kind of called out Paul Heyman, being like, bro, I thought we were good. You know, even after you slammed a chair in my head and I needed over a dozen stitches. I mean, hey, listen, I give CM Punk credit. You know, that's impressive to move past that. It'd be a little harder for me to move past that, but that's just me personally. But oh, it was really good, bro. Really good. Look at Uso. He's so cute with all his effort. He's so cute with all his effort. Oh, I love it. Him trying so hard. Such a doll. Yo, I listen. I don't want to. I like how they like. You, it's put keep keep Ron Breaker in the leather jacket. He looks better with the leather jacket. Like, I know they have him in the suit to look, like a professional henchman, but I need my henchmen to diversify their fashion style. That's what I need. And Braun Breaker needs that leather jacket on. Fine, wear the suit, but put on the leather jacket. There's nothing wrong with having a nice dress shirt, dress pants, dress shoes, and that badass leather jacket. That just adds a little flavor. You know what I mean? A little seasoning to this new order that we are seeing, the reign of Seth Rollins. We need a little seasoning to the reign of Seth Rollins, okay? You know, we got his seasoning, but we need a little Braun Breaker seasoning. I mean, they already fried our boy up with a tan. At least let him keep the leather jacket. But that was good. I really enjoyed that. You know, Michael Cole, Pat McAfee, they had a heart to heart moment. It was lovely. It was beautiful. Pat McAfee, man, I am impressed. I don't know why people hate him. They hate him online. They really don't like him. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? This guy is great. You see, the reason why I like Pat McAfee is because he's like a fan. He is like legitimately like if he is literally the embodiment of the fans. Like it's not often that you get a commentator who reminds you of a fan. Like, you know, Michael Cole and like Wade and those guys and the crew over at SmackDown. And even with NXT, like, you know, even though like you have Booker T on NXT and he does a great job too because, you know, he's like you know, what's great about Booker and the way he does his commentary over on NXT is that he acts like a fan. He acts like a fan, even though he's been in the ring and he's done it all. He still acts like a fan, and I really enjoy the way he does it. And you know, Pat McAfee has done some matches, but he really behaves and acts like a fan. You know, like a real true fan. And because a real true fan would know all the moves, they would be talking like that, they would be acting like that. So you know, ease up the hate on Pat McAfee, man. He's a good guy. And he can hold his own in the ring. He survived Gunther. I mean, you got to give him credit for that. And you see, this is what pisses me off about this match, right? Is that Chad should have won. Like it irritates me that Chad did not win this match. Like it straight up irritates me. It was disappointing. And Dom with his dumbass. Pat McAfee busting a blood vessel in his eye after getting slapped by Gunther. That's funny. I'm not gonna lie. That is funny. But Chad should have won that match. I stand by that. Chad should have won that match. Let's continue. Okay, we have this match. It was great. I'm a fan of the twins from American Made. I think they're great. I think they do a wonderful work in the ring. And I'm honestly glad that they're getting a bit more opportunity and more screen time. Because I think they're good. And don't get me wrong, the War Raiders are dope. They're highly impressive. Highly impressive team. So it's interesting what we have going on here. The new day, man. A bunch of cheapskates. Oh Lord, there he is. Oh my God. I see. I get it. I get why the crowd loves him. You cannot like this guy. I get it. Well, guess what? I don't like him. uh, oh Lord. Gunther, the ring general. Man, I'm looking forward to seeing him back in action. Truly am. And Ludwig Kaiser. Now he's delusional, but his kind of delusion I can get by. But then there we go. Braun Breaker. I told you, man, that dog was he was on the hunt. Beat the brakes off of Uso. Oh Lord. And this match was great, man. This was such a great match. Finn Balor, man, he's really good. He's extremely talented. Same with AJ Styles. Both of these guys were really talented, and this match was great. Oh, this is when Penta shows up, right? Yeah, yeah. This is where Penta shows up. I think so. Yeah, yeah. Here he comes. Three, two. Damn, man. And you see, I understand why they broke up Penta from his brother. I get it because you have two powerhouse um wrestlers that are really popular. You want to spread that popularity out. So I get it. And I know that they said they're going to have them back together. Um I really think they should have just had them team up together, put them on Raw or whatever. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe now it might be better. I don't know when, but they need to get them back together. Especially if they're going to keep on doing this whole luchador battle that's going on. They really need to put them back together, and you technically, yeah, like you have LWO is right now is technically like incapacitated. So like there is this power vacuum that's going on, and I really think they need to get those two guys back together to focus on that power vacuum. Yeah, and then we had Becky, crazy Becky, wild-eyed Becky, the man. Why does she call herself the man? It's suspect, especially in 2025. But I'm not gonna lie, she was looking pretty good today. She was looking pretty good. But yo, man, she scares me. I'm not gonna lie, she scares me. She's the kind of chick that poison your drink and then still gut you to death. But it was great. This tag team match was phenomenal. Um, I really hope they keep this feud between Rhea and Roxanne. And it to me it stinks um that Bianca Belair is out, because if she was not down out without with her finger, it probably would have been Rhea and Bianca versus Roxanne and Gulia. But I'm not complaining. Anytime to see the genius in the sky, I'm all for it. Roxanne is funny, man. She's funny to me. Damn, did she just drop kick her own team, her own partner? That's crazy. That's crazy. Jesus. Crazy. Whatever you say I am. Apparently she's Irish. That explains her crazy ass accent. What happened? Are these girls gonna start fighting each other? Roxanne's on her own. Oh Lord. The prodigy. Man, that was solid. Another solid night of wrestling. Can't complain. I cannot complain. Telling you, y'all, if you're not watching, you're missing out. You're missing out on some good quality entertainment. But I must say, I'm definitely satisfied. This was another great night. It's nice, honestly, to look forward to weekdays. And I know most people, they never look forward to the week, and I get it. I truly get it. But I think you can kind of look forward to when with these kind of moments. So it's fun to be like, oh, I can't wait for Monday. Right? Can't wait for Tuesday. Can't wait for Friday. It's these little wins that we got to take and try to just be in those moments and enjoy the little happiness. I know we all have some tough times ahead of us right now, and I know we're all dealing with a lot, but take these small little moments of happiness and consider it a victory that you got to just be happy and let loose. That's why I love doing these casual reviews. For someone who hasn't been watching for years and getting back into it, it's nice to have these little, these 2 hours, 2.5 sometimes of just, sheer entertainment to just, scream at the TV, to cuss and yell and to enjoy the live action soap opera that is, professional wrestling. So I really enjoy it. I enjoy doing these little casual reviews and recaps. It's for my own pleasure and for anyone else out there who is casual like me and just wants a little laid back perception. I'm not an expert. I'm not a wrestling channel. I am Ronin Art and Music. And you get a little bit of everything here. So if you made it this far, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment with your thoughts below. Let me know what you thought about tonight's Monday Night Raw. And take a look at catch me on Tuesday night as we do a NXT recap. And you'll catch me on Friday for SmackDown. And until next time, y'all, stay positive, stay focused, stay true, and much love.